Yeah, Steve and Eric, they had dreams. They had dreams. They were good athletes. They loved the outdoors. They loved the ocean, and they were smart. You know, they were loving life when we were growing up. They were just on a good path. You know, just really enjoying life. And they got sidetracked. They listened to some friends that turned out not to be very good friends, and they got them into drugs. And they thought drugs were cool. They thought drugs would lead to something that they didn't have. They thought they'd try to fit in and you know, kick it up a notch by doing drugs.
I remember running up my grandma's driveway to see him, and he would always be coming up from the garage, and he would greet me with a big hug, and I just remember how much I loved him.
Yeah, in high school, when Steve got addicted, you know, he thought he could experiment and get away with it, and he got addicted, and I knew this was going to be a rough road. I remember seeing Steve when he came home, and he just looked like a ghost. He was a big boy. He, you know, he was 200 pounds, 6'3", and to see him at 83 pounds, you know, it was like slowly watching my brother die. To see both my brothers addicted on drugs was just heavy. We came from having a normal family to just being out of control. You know, I didn't see him very much. They wouldn't come home for dinner. It was just all of a sudden the three musketeers we used to call ourselves wasn't the same. I remember sitting down with Steven and telling him if he didn't stop, he was going to die.
He had seizures and was lying on the floor. And then I knew that this addiction would kill him.
I got a call in the middle of the night by a sheriff.
I remember the day that he was gone. I was running up the stairs to see him, and he didn't come up from the garage.
He was alone and got some more cocaine, and his heart couldn't take any more of it. He collapsed.
Fell to my knees and started crying. I couldn't believe that my little brother was gone. Just couldn't believe it.
I looked at my grandma, and she had her face in her hands, and he was gone. I was mad. I was angry, and mostly at him. You know, I was mad that he had left me for drugs, basically.
Steven left behind a little girl. Steven left behind a 5-year-old girl. I mean, drugs were so powerful. His daughter was more important to him than anything.
The drugs overpowered his love for me.
Eric, you know, he started smoking pot, which is a gateway drug, and it led to worse drugs. And he ended up taking some pretty strong drugs, and he ended up getting a full-blown depression, and he couldn't think straight. And Eric spent 8 years in a mental institution. Drugs changed Eric forever, and he was never the same. And when he got out, the poor young man was half the person he was when he went in, and couldn't pull it together. My name is Jon Sundt. I'm from La Jolla, California, and the reason I produced this video and started the Natural High series is I lost my 2 little brothers to drugs. My motivation for this video is to teach every kid to get a natural high and choose a natural high over drugs.